You're watching the Paper Tams Vlogtober series. Follow me every day during the month of October, and I'll show you how I use creativity to live life well. Well, good morning. It is a beautiful day today. I am going to attempt to vlog again, and I'm taking you out on my walk to begin with because I've been sick the last few days and have been unable to walk. So today I'm trying to cram in a pretty long walk to make up for some lost steps. And I know a lot of you like to see the outside, so I'll share with you a few things I see along the way. All right, I have been walking for a little over an hour. Normally I walk 45 minutes to an hour, but because I lost 2 days of regular walking and I'm trying to average 10,000 steps a day, I am trying to walk at least an hour and 15 minutes for the next couple of days to make up for it. So we're almost done. We'll see how many steps I get. Okay, we are back home and I've let the dogs out for their mid-morning romp. And I thought I would answer a question. So I have been getting a lot of questions about the garden, believe it or not. And several people wanted to know if I grow anything edible. Yes, fortunately, this looks so bad right now. But right here is where I have typically, and all of this is about to get ripped out because I reset this in November. But I usually have several different peppers and lots of herbs. So I don't know if you can see, but this is where my oregano took over. But this was filled with parsley, basils, dill. Those are my favorites. And then I do have, my shadow, rosemary that stays happy in these pots. Like I said, please overlook the mess because what I'm doing is currently shopping my pots to put in other places, and I am cleaning these out so that I can replant all this. I also typically have thyme in this pot. This did so well this year. I've got 2 of these, but you can see it's all done now, but that lasted for about a year, so I'll rip all this out and redo it. And this is a look at the back garden. I know recently I shared a video about the layout of my garden, but this is the west facing fence that I want to rip some things out this year and turn that into a flower border if I can. There's my swing back there, so this should give you a little glimpse of things. And then as we go this way and turn, that's where you'll see like my east facing wall. But anyway, there you go. I have a video that I shared a few days ago about how I do weekly planning. And in that video, I shared a very nice spread. Everything looks clean and blocked off. And I had more than one person ask me, what do I do when things don't go to plan? So I'm going to share with you because this has been a week where nothing has gone to plan. So let me show you what, today is Thursday, and let me show you what my weekly layout looks like now. So I just really, if things don't go to plan, I just mark through them. So I was sick all of this day and half of this day. So I had to cancel that meeting and contact that person, and we'll reschedule for another time. Wasn't urgent. I was supposed to go to canasta night and make a Spanish bean soup. Completely marked off. Didn't feel like eating anything until this day. I did not go to group this week. I canceled a lunch. And then because I could not exercise, I'm extending my mornings here to try to get an extra walk in. And then I intentionally leave some flexibility on Fridays because I did not work on my process automation. I did not work on my Advent project, so I've got some time today and tomorrow to see if I can squeeze that in. If that does not happen, I will simply move that task over into next week and double up on it. So that's what I do. I don't worry about this being pretty or anything. I just scrap right through it. So as we move into Sunday, there'll probably be more notes and scraps in here as well. Hope that helps. All right, it is now 2:30 and I did set a timer and worked on my Advent project this afternoon. So I'm happy I did that. And I've already got 10,000 steps and it's only 2:30. I think now I will answer a few questions about Jasmine and Otis that I've been getting. Okay, I've been getting some questions about the Beagles. This is Jasmine and Otis. They came to live with me in May of 2024. They are bicolor, not tricolor Beagles. They can, I guess you would classify them as tan and white, maybe red and white. I don't know. I'm not that fancy about Beagles. Let's see, I'll answer a few questions in this vlog and then I will address them again in the next T-Chat. But I worked with the Tampa Bay Beagle Rescue. I actually know people that work for them and volunteer for them. And originally I thought I was just gonna foster them for 2 weeks. But they were in quite a bit of bad shape when they came to me. Let's just say that. So I made sure they got to all their vet appointments. When you work with an organization like Tampa Beagle Rescue, they have assigned vets that work with them. And so you can't just take them to any vet. So I had to be able to cart them off to special appointments. And anyway, after 4 months of that, I decided that they were mine. I had done a lot of work with these guys. They needed a lot of work. They had some behavioral issues, some separation anxiety. They were very sick. They had to have a couple of treatments, overnight treatments. And poor little Otis over here had some skin problems. It was just a big hot mess. So anyway, I'll answer more questions about them, but I adopted them officially in August of 2024. They are brother and sister, and they will be 3 years old, I believe. Yeah, 3 years old. They're 3 years old. I can't remember. So anyway, they like to sleep a lot. They take a lot of naps, if you know anything about Beagles. They love to eat. They love to sleep. Okay, it's 3:30 and I have just prepped and thrown dinner in the crock pot. I had all the ingredients to make Spanish bean soup. If you don't know about Spanish bean soup, it's a big thing here in the Tampa Bay area. It's definitely a Florida thing. I did not know about it until I moved here. And all my Florida people are probably appalled that I'm using a crock pot. And normally I don't use a crock pot, but I can't be bothered right now to stand over a hot oven. So I did cook my chorizos down a little bit before I put them in there. But Spanish bean soup has potatoes, garbanzo beans, chorizo, special seasoning, and then I cook it in chicken stock. And I'm gonna cook it on high for a couple of hours and then I'm gonna turn it on low, because you want it to get kind of creamy and thick. So we'll see how my crock pot version goes. I will let you know. I learned how to make Spanish bean soup from my neighbor, and she has a special way that she makes it. I've basically followed her recipe, except I'm cooking it in a crock pot. She'll probably be appalled when I tell her that. But anyway, it's a big deal here in the Tampa Bay area. Like I said, if you've ever been to Ybor City and gone to Columbia restaurant, that's one of the things you order is Spanish bean soup, a Cuban sandwich, so good on Cuban bread. And here's a little tip for you if you are traveling in the Tampa Bay area and you do go down to Ybor City. So yeah, Columbia is like a standard, like everybody goes to Columbia. But our favorite restaurant, and this is Bill's pick. Now, Bill grew up in Tampa Bay. We love Carmine's, so if you ever want something different, try Carmine's. And that reminds me, a lot of people are asking me who Bill is. So Bill is my other half. We've been together for over 13 years. And we are not legally married, but we have been together for over 13 years. We both own our own real estate. I have Cortland Cottage, and he has real estate over in the Tampa area. But Bill comes over here. So he's here usually from Thursday to Sunday. He will be here tonight. So that is why I typically cook a meal on Thursdays. I share it with my neighbor, and there's something for Bill to eat. So he will give me some really good feedback on this soup. I'm sure he's very opinionated on food, but I would wager to guess that he would tell you I'm a very good cook. All right, it's 5:30. It's time for cocktails at my neighbor's house. Rainstorm. All right, here is dinner tonight. We've got the Spanish bean soup, some sourdough bread. I've got some grapes and cheese and water to drink, and we'll see how it tastes. Bon appetit. And there are the babies watching from the den through the kitchen into the dining room. Where's Jasmine? I see her back there. I see her. Okay guys, that is a wrap for this evening. I'll probably spend about 30 minutes tonight editing video, and then I'm gonna chill and maybe watch some TV. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.